What is going on, everyone? This is Eric coming at you from just outside of Hartford, Connecticut, and today we're going to be looking at the Erik Karlsson draft pick trade, which occurred during the 2008 NHL entry draft. Now, this was a draft pick swap between the Ottawa Senators and the Nashville Predators. That's how Ottawa moved up from the 18th pick to the 15th in exchange for a 2009 third-round pick. So how did this trade work out? We'll start by looking at the Ottawa Senators, who, with the 15th overall selection, would pick defenseman Erik Karlsson. Now, Karlsson actually made the team out of training camp for the 2009-2010 campaign. He did have a slow start, but that was always expected, and he did what you want him to do. He rebounded well. He ended his rookie year with 5 goals and 21 assists. Now, he started off the 2010-11 season strong and ended the year with 13 goals and 32 assists. Now, the 11-12 campaign saw Karlsson continue to develop both offensively, as he scored 19 goals with 59 assists, and defensively. He would actually go on to win the James Norris Trophy as the NHL's best defenseman. Now, he would sign a massive 7-year deal to remain with the Ottawa Senators shortly thereafter. And he would unfortunately miss 2.5 months of the shortened 12-13 season after having his Achilles lacerated, but he was still able to put together a decent season with 6 goals and 8 assists in only 17 games. He had a strong year the following season, as he would score 20 goals with 54 assists, and he became only the second defenseman in the 21st century of the NHL to have 20 goals and 50 assists in a single season. Now, prior to the 14-15 season, he was named captain of the team, and he responded by scoring a career-high 21 goals as well as 45 assists as he helped guide Ottawa to the playoffs. He would win the Norris Trophy for the second time that year. Now, in the 15-16 season, he would actually lead the NHL in assists with 66 of them, while adding 16 goals for a career-high 82 points. The next year, he would have 17 goals with 54 assists. He also set the Senators' record for consecutive games played at 324. He would shine in the playoffs that year, as he would score 2 goals with 16 assists as the Senators made a run to the Eastern Conference Finals where they would unfortunately lose. Now, he would miss the start of the 17-18 season due to an injury that he had suffered in the playoffs after blocking a shot. And he actually had a mediocre, by his lofty standards, season, scoring quote-unquote only 9 goals, but he did have 53 assists. He dealt with various injuries, and unfortunately, he would lose his child during the season, which definitely impacted him. And he ends up getting traded before the 18-19 season started. But he definitely left his mark in Ottawa. Now, this trade will not be discussed. It will get its own video in the near future. It's just there's so many moving parts in it, and it's more than worth its own video, just because of how amazing he is and the players that they got for him. Now, he actually has the 3rd most points in Ottawa Senators history. He was a 5-time All-Star selection. He won the James Norris Trophy twice. Now, over his time in Ottawa, he had 126 goals and 392 assists, as well as 569 hits and an impressive 887 block shots. Arguably the best player of the modern Ottawa Senators history. So how did the Nashville Predators do? So they got 2 picks, the first of which was the 18th overall selection. They would use this to select goaltender Chet Picard. Now, Picard would spend 3 years in the system, which included a brief call-up to the NHL, where he served as a bench goalie, but he did not play. After those 3 years and his entry contract expired, he would walk as a free agent. Now, the Predators also got a 2009 third-round pick. This would become the 70th overall, and would be used to pick left wing Taylor Beck. Now, Beck would spend parts of 3 years in the NHL for Nashville, scoring a combined 11 goals with 12 assists over 85 games before being traded as a restricted free agent, as the team did not necessarily think that they'd be able to re-sign him. So he gets traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs in exchange for left wing Jamie Devan. Now, Devan spent an okay year in the AHL, but he was just a good enforcer to have in your system just in case you needed one. And after the year, he would walk. So that's how Nashville and Ottawa did. How did Toronto do? So they got left wing Taylor Beck, and he was actually traded before playing a single game for the Leafs. We will not be discussing that. So Ottawa gets the definite win in this trade. Nashville didn't do all that much, and Toronto just doesn't even apply. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, the future Erik Karlsson trade, the player trade, will be linked when it's eventually up. But this was the Erik Karlsson trade. Have a good rest of your day.